Okay, in this video we're going to talk about the horrible launch of the Xbox One in Japan. Now this Monday we already had that huge conference from Sony listing Japan's favorite franchises coming to the PS4 and the PS Vita, so that pretty much killed everything. And it seemed that it also killed the hype for the Xbox One launch, which, I didn't even know the Xbox One was launching in Japan this week. And it seems that nobody else did too. Either that or they just didn't give a fuck. I mean, Sony stole Microsoft's thunder this Monday for their launch this Thursday. And I think it's funny. Now, this is the only article you're probably going to see where somebody's smiling and they're holding an Xbox One. Now, this is Kotaku. This is a picture of a day one waiting line of the Xbox One. And as you can see, there's nobody waiting for that shit. It's not at the end of the fucking day. No, it's not. No, it's not. So all you Xbox fans, they're going to claim all this bullshit. Oh, you're just taking pictures at the beginning of the day or at a specific time. You know what? How about this? Let's wait till the end of this motherfucking year and see if it's even moved 1 million in Japan. The Xbox One. 1 million. 1 million in Japan by the end of the year. Let's see if that fucking happens. Because you know how delusional and crazy and stupid Xbox fans are. They're not gonna believe this shit. I've been doing this with the Xbox fans for years now, showing them truth, showing them the proof, and they still find weird ass ways to fucking sidestep around that shit and say it's not true. Well, guess what? It's not selling. Nobody's waiting in line whatsoever. And after Monday, I wouldn't blame these guys. What do you need an Xbox One for? You got a PS4. And if you don't like Sony, you're even going with Nintendo. That's how it is in Japan. If you're not with Sony, you're with Nintendo. Or you have both. That's how Japan is. They don't have room for Microsoft. They didn't have room for Microsoft's original Xbox. They didn't have room for Microsoft's Xbox 360. And they're definitely not going to have room for the Xbox One. They saw the tabloids. They saw the news over the past year. They saw the flip-flopping of Microsoft. And if Microsoft really cared about the Japanese gamers, don't you think they would have launched their Xbox One around the same time Sony launched their PS4 in Japan? Which was in the beginning of this fucking year. They wait until September to launch it in Japan? I mean, come on, right next to Tokyo Game Show, where so many people are more excited about what Nintendo and Sony's gonna do in Japan compared to what Microsoft's gonna fucking do? I mean, it's hilarious. Now, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's completely confirmed because I didn't see any confirmation coming from Microsoft. But I did hear a rumor that Microsoft is skipping the Tokyo Game Show, and rightfully so. The only thing they will benefit from going to Tokyo Game Show is pissing off the Japanese consumers, which is trying to buy some Japanese game and make it exclusive on their fucking system, which will piss off the Japanese gamers so much that they would still skip their system. It's happened many, many times in the past, and I prove it to you right now. This game called Eternal Sonata, right? A game called Eternal Sonata. Very good RPG. It got ported to the PS3 in Japan due to horrible sales for the Xbox 360, right? Then in the United States, it got ported to the PS3 with English, and another game, Tales of Vesperia. We all know what happened with Tales of Vesperia in Japan. The game sold like shit on the 360, came straight to the PS3, but it never reached the PS3 in the United States because of some copyright shit. But the fact of the matter is, it went multi-plat because it sucked on the Xbox 360 due to no one owning that system in Japan. But Microsoft loves to use their money in fucked up ways, and this is gonna bite them in the fucking ass. They made consoles, okay? They manufactured them to sell to the Japanese gamers. Japanese gamers are not buying them, aka they're losing money. So this is bad. It is not good. Any Xbox fan out there that's about to scream, this is good, oh, we can still depend on United States and the UK. You can't. Sony is killing you in both of those territories. You are non-existent in the Japanese territory, and the reason why it is important, because Japanese is the homeland of gaming. It's important to sell good in here to a degree. If you can't win there, you might as well give the fuck up. Nobody really respects you as a game developer or game manufacturer. They just don't. I know I don't. I've survived just well without purchasing, spending any of my money on an Xbox console from Microsoft. Yes, I've done just well. My gaming, legacy is I started out with Nintendo, came to Sony. That's what happened so far, you know. So I didn't need Xbox. I just don't. And if I don't need it, I know clear as day they don't fucking need it. So that's it for this video. I only got pissed off and a little frustrated here because I started to think about how Xbox fans are gonna try to turn this around and say, all of these different excuses about the facts that they're looking at, including the pictures saying that they might be taken at a specific time. Well, you know what? You want to pick that up with the journalists that are reviewing this or the people that are taking the pictures. You can do that. The links are gonna be in the descriptions. It's the fucking truth. If 360 didn't do good over there, why do you think the Xbox One would do good? I believe these pictures are factual because these are the similar pictures that we saw when the Xbox 360 launched in Japan. It's just this one is worse because, like I said, this Monday they had such a great conference for Sony for the flagship titles in Japan. Those Japanese RPGs that the Japanese public has been waiting for coming to the next gen system of for Sony. Why do they need an Xbox One? And then Tokyo Game Show is right around the corner. They do not need a Xbox One. I think people need to understand that. There is just no more room in Japan for Xbox One. You have Nintendo, you have Sony. From Nintendo, you got the Wii U and a 3DS. From Sony, you got the PS Vita, the PS3, and the PS4. Really, there's no fucking room for the Xbox One. So it's no reason that this will be a lie. It's no reason for me to be lying to you guys. We know the history of Xbox in Japan. So just saying, might seem a little paranoid, but I know I'm not because, next gen 720 gonna try to turn this shit around. Crap gamers, dumb retarded ass gonna try to turn this shit around. So, hopefully we can have a good podcast laugh about this situation. I'll be seeing you guys later.